We live in American society. There's an interesting and a tragic phenomenon, right? People that get incarcerated, people that get arrested for a crime, and they serve time in prison. It's on their record. When these people come back into society, they have a harder time finding a job because they've been convicted with a felony, so they have a harder time, assimilating back into society. And so because society rejects them, neighborhoods reject them, they apply for a rental application, they have to fill out a criminal, background check, and the background check doesn't check out. Oh, you were incarcerated, you had this, a drug conviction, and or whatever, a drunk driving conviction, a murder conviction, whatever conviction it was, right? And now they can't get a place to rent, they can't get a job, they can't move on. That sin or that crime, whatever it was, that is now a label they must wear for the rest of their life. And for a lot of those people, they don't even see an option to make their way back into normal society again. So they're like, the only people that are ready to take me in are people that are offering me to continue my life of crime, right? So a lot of people, end up in a revolving door because of this system of oppression that's been created. Nobody's allowed to move past their mistake. They're not allowed to redeem themselves. What is this ayah teaching us about redemption? That even the Pharaoh, the human beings will never forget what he did. They will never forget his crimes. There are people whose families he destroyed. How can they forget? How can they just move on? They're never going to forgive him in the worldly sense. But Allah is offering a different kind of offer. People are not willing to forgive you. People are not willing to forget your mistakes. And maybe you yourself are not willing to forget your mistakes. You keep thinking about them. You keep beating yourself up over them. But then you just take this one statement, وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَى مَنِ اتَّبَعَ الْهُدَى. And you realize how universal this is, how powerful this statement is. That Allah is offering you, me, and every human being on the face of this earth a chance at living at peace with themselves, living a life of dignity and honor, realizing that honor and dignity does not come or cannot be taken away from the words of others. You see, even though Musa alayhi salam is an honored messenger of Allah, and we respect him, we say alayhi salam, we honor him because he's the most mentioned messenger in the Quran. At the same time, when the Fir'aun was talking to him, he said, وَلَا يَكَادُ يُبِينُ هَذَا الَّذِي هُوَ مَهِينٌ وَلَا يَكَادُ يُبِينُ. I'm going to follow this guy, this humiliated convict. Look, he's got a stutter. He can't even talk clearly. He can't even do that. Even in the course of this conversation, the Fir'aun hurled insults at Musa alayhi salam. What are we learning about that? We're learning that people's words don't take away your honor. People's comments cannot take away who you are to Allah. And therefore, they should not take away who you are to yourself. And as hurtful as they are,